Okay, I am now back. There we go. Is the game gonna come up, or... There we go. Sometimes it takes a little bit. Okay. So, I've been playing a lot of Vampire Crawlers, since the last stream. I have unlocked, let's go to Crawlers. So, I currently have a started 4th row of Crawlers. I also have unlocked every single Arcana card, which was surprisingly easy at one point, where I'm just like, oh, okay. And... let me just, there we go. I have to, reboot my app. There we go. Okay, so I've unlocked all the Arcana. I've unlocked several of the characters and their stuff. I've also unlocked the blacksmith shop, which I'm not sure if I showed this off in the previous episode. But the way that it works is that for an amount of coins, we can upgrade some stuff. I have also gotten a wild card in all 3 of the supporting colors. So we have a blue wild card, a purple wild card, and a yellow wild card. These gray wild cards go away after you use them once, so they're not really as useful, but having an entire deck of wild cards is pretty nice. So let me just back up to show the Arcana. I've been using the 2 of coins over here, which is repeated cards become free to play, meaning that they don't use mana. What I've been effectively doing is trying to use my entire deck in one hand by increasing deck size as much as possible. So let me show Crawlers. I kind of want cards I kind of want to play stuff that synergizes with, hey, draw cards when things happen. And so I kind of wanted to do a run of Giovanna,
As long as I can bring my cats.
which I think I unlocked on the previous stream. Like right at the end of it. Play a purple card.
You want to take little old me?
Oh! Yeah, their signature weapon is purple. Meaning that if I were to play as Giovanna,
Then which way?
I could then get one of these, and it would work. So... we also unlocked this, which increases a crawler's slots. Not to be confused with duration of crawler's stay, which we are going to increase that as much as possible. We now have about like 69. I've already put everything into armor, and everything I basically want. So I guess we could start, just going up. There we go. So we have 12 left, so why don't we just get 1 max health, and we could just do that. So, the funniest thing about this game is I hit a point where I realized something just happened. So you might have noticed in the upper right of the screen, there is now 2 silhouettes because the game has stopped being, has started to actually be an adventuring party. So here, let me show you. So, add 20 luck when Giovanna is played and draw 1 card when a purple card is played. If we were to then synergize that with this, in which by selecting her, we get 1 copy of her signature item. Because her signature item is purple, it automatically adds that purple one to the hand. What I then want to do is I am then going to pick Christine, which I'm not going to... I want the pentagram just so I could try to evolve it, because I haven't done that yet. But her ability says that you prevent an enemy from attacking when a purple card is played. All of those synergize well with her having a purple card. The reason why I want this one in particular... Wait, why do I want that one in particular? 1 second. Right, because I don't just want the cat. I don't just want her cats. I want the tome that comes with her. Was there a character that had multiple tomes? I don't think so. Having an increased amount is actually pretty good. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna play as Christine. I'm gonna grab Papilla.
Little old me.
And then what should be the final one? Actually, Croce.
You need not fear me.
So Croce is going to give us a lot of rerolls, if I remember correctly. No, that's just normally from Christine. Okay.
Divine
I'd sing
assistance.
if I could.
Deal damage when a purple card is played. I don't really need that. Oh.
I'd sing if I could.
Let's do this then.
Power.
So then we just need to prioritize yellow cards, which we are going to do since we're going to want to grab a lot of bracers, but maybe not a lot of, but maybe not evolve daggers. So last thing is I've been playing a few maps. So as you can see, Dairy Plant, I've gone to stage 3 into it, the curd refinery. I just have not played it yet. I attempted Weenie Bridge on accident. It is very hard. And there was also nothing there to get. I've cleared Teeny Bridge at least once. And I have completed all of the Inlaid Library and Mad Forest. So I've done a lot. What we're going to do is we're actually going to go in order. So first we're going to do Teeny Bridge, just to kind of show this off. It is not indicative of like how our run is going to go. Let's re-roll this. Re-roll. We're going to keep re-rolling until we see bracers. Spellbinder. That works too? Sure. Let's get the light tome. Whatever. Okay, so the Song of Mana is 4. Reduce the mana cost, so it would become a 3. So, let's go in this order. Christine. We are then going to cast Light Tome, which has become a 0. Oh, it did not contribute to the to a combo. Then we're gonna go Fire Wand. Chance to add mana card to your hand. Ooh, nice. Adds 3 mana. Destroys because it's temporary. Okay. And notice that that killed one of them, but it didn't actually, like, defeat all of them, which is kind of my goal. I don't want the pentagram to actually fully remove as many enemies. But if it can get rid of one attacker, that is fine with me. Okay, reroll. A regular empty tome is fine.
I'll do my part.
Okay. Light tome, so we could take advantage of the mana. Then attract orb, so we get more. And then we're gonna break the combo by going light tome, fire wand, slog of mana, draw mana, the pentagram to put a bunch of damage counters on everyone. Reroll. Come on. We're gonna have to start using skips instead. Okay, empty tome into attract orb, armor into Arca, add a bunch of mana to Arca, then we take out 2 attackers so we don't take as much damage. This is going surprisingly well so far. So we're gonna go Christine. Then we're going to go empty tome that is currently a -1, so we're actually adding... it says we're adding 3. Huh. Then armor, so we're combos. Fire wand. Spellbinder, I guess.
Fancy a drink?
We're gonna go pentagram. Nah. This pentagram was better. I was deciding whether I wanted to do a single target or not. A single target to the front. I like how they're synergizing the word Eureka. It's very funny. Okay. Empty Tome to Light Tome. Spellbinder into Fire Wand. Armor into Pentagram. Okay, we still didn't take any damage because as long as we get a single piece of armor, we are defended against their wave of 4 attacks. Like so. Okay, they're not even gonna be able to hit us now. Sure, let's go Spellbinder. That might actually be one of the best openings, is a tome, an empty tome into an attract orb. Yeah, and again, as long as Pentagram doesn't actually do the final hit, everything's fine when it comes to damage. Skip.
Fancy a drink? Milking it. Stay. Fancy a drink?
This is going surprisingly well. Okay. Add a purple trigger to something. You know what? Oh, I was about to put them in the pentagram. No, I probably shouldn't. Although pentagram does evolve with crown, so maybe I could try to get away with that. Yeah, maybe using Song of Mana last is probably a bad call.
Yes. Fancy a drink?
Yeah, I might actually just start with Song of Mana then. So I could get the Wild Raw. So I could then go into that, which then starts a combo with a level 0.
Milking it.
Do I not have any other damage-dealing things than Fire Wand? What the heck happened? Oh, wait. The other damage-dealing thing I have is Song of Mana. What am I talking about? Okay. Song of Mana. Raw Mana. So it synergizes into Pentagram, which gets rid of one enemy, but deals a bunch of damage to the rest of them to, you know, kind of,
Yes.
tender them up.
I said.
Okay, Song of Mana. Raw Mana. Into Spellbinder. Into Light Tome. If only I probably should have grabbed the one that said draw a card. Oh well. What the? I accidentally hit the wrong button. That's my bad. Raw Mana. Into Armor. Into Attract Orb.
Milking it.
So I draw a bunch of cards.
Small. Fancy a drink?
I think the reason why it's not doing as much damage is because they're in that back row, which, in RPG terms, things that are in the back row usually take less damage, but also won't be able to do effective damage to you. So that's probably what's going on right there. I'm also forcefully disarming like every single character, so every single enemy. So like, no wonder they can't hit me.
I said.
Might as well grab Fire Wand just so I can try to do more damage. Okay, Empty Tome into Attract Orb. There's Song of Mana. Into Raw Mana so I could then combo it into Spellbinder to keep them around. Into Fire Wand, which will deal damage. Armor. Into Pentagram. Took out 2 enemies, but oh well.
Fancy a drink? Smart. Milking it.
Wasting all of that mana is technically doing more instances of disarm, so it's not really affecting it too much, to be honest. Tome into Attract Orb. Very slow going, but to be honest, I think I would prefer it that way. Okay.
I said. Smart.
Just so I can double check. Crawlers trigger one more ability before leaving. Yeah, so using that is actually like also increasing all of them. For some reason I thought her ability was draw. Not sure why. There we go. Okay. We're gonna go Pentagram to deal damage. Spellbinder into Attract Orb. Spellbinder into Empty Tome, into Light Tome, into Song of Mana. Did that so weird. Okay.
Milking it.
Armor into Attract Orb.
Fancy a drink? Smart.
Spellbinder. Fire Wand. Light Tome to Fire Wand. Okay, Pentagram first to deal a little bit of damage.
Milking it.
Okay, I'm gonna get 1 damage dealt to me, but that's fine. Spellbinder into Fire Wand to deal the most amount of damage. Still trying to figure out if no, the entire reason why I have her is to use her Song of Mana. Because I'm trying to figure out if I would actually have gotten rid of which one of these I would actually replace with the guy who synergizes with Wildcards, because having Song of Tomes Wildcard would synergize with his ability. There we go, finally. That took so long. I don't need this, but sure. Oh my gosh, I just realized that I currently have the 3 on instead of the 2. No wonder. You know what? Exit to village. Because, I need to change that around. Okay, Arcana. So we got the 1 of Swords, the 2 of Swords, and the 3 of Swords. The 2 of Swords says that combos don't clear between turns. I kind of want to use that instead. Because, Mana Siphon is, because 3 of Coins is pretty cool, where it increases mana every 100 cards. But not when I basically have infinite mana because of Arca. So... And again, I'm not sure, because Arca is giving us that infinite mana. So would I want to instead replace it with Croce? Because getting a +2 amount of having that armor is useful, but... Huh. Okay, so this is my idea. Either I go with Christine, and I have the armor, so I could damage buff my way through, or pick up at least 2 pieces of armor on the way in, with all of the level ups. You know? Also, they start with a good amount of growth. Croce also gets banishes if you were to select him as the main crawler. So that is the toss-up. I don't think a character starts. Oh no, Antonio starts with that. Okay. I was trying to see if a character started with Clover, because that would be actually really fascinating to know if a character starts with Clover, to try to synergize the main starting items. Because what I was thinking of is Croce, Porta, and Sur, like, all together, because they have things that will synergize into each other's items. The only thing is that I would have to get a Clover for him, and then getting an axe to synergize with the candelabra. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do... Having the draw card is so useful. I have to go with Christine.
Food of revenge. You want to take little old me?
And then Popea, because she is needed. And then do I go with Arca to get more mana, or do I go with Croce to synergize with Wildcard? Let's go with Croce. Okay, we have Chain Link. And now we're gonna try again. Okay. Reroll. Having a golden armor is pretty useful. Okay. Into Attract Orb. Into Cross. And then we're gonna go that. We're gonna just straight... Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Armor first. It drops the combo, but all well. Song of Mana. We then go Raw Mana. Into Christine.
Another 11.
Into Attract Orb. It drops the combo, but we could then combo that into Croce. So we have all 3 of them out. Into Cross to end turn. Now our combo is currently at a 2. So let's see. Do I want to grab the crown right now? Sure. And then we're going to grab 1 empty tome.
Smart. Yes.
Light tome. So we're going to start out at a 2 with the next turn. That 2 is a cross, which allows us to do damage.
Smart.
Attract Orb, Armor. into golden armor. Then that ends turn. Okay. Empty tome. Tract orb.
Yes.
Into cross. Armor. Empty tome into light tome. Into pentagram. Oh. Probably shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Oh, but next turn I could then go into the Song of Mana that was right there. Into raw mana. Empty tome. Attract orb.
Fancy a drink?
Into cross. Man, it feels like that they do not want to give me bracers for whatever reason.
Stay. I say. Take a beat. Yes. Silence beast.
Oh right, since we ended the turn as a wild, we could start wherever we want as the combo. Spellbinder into golden armor. That way we're basically invincible. Tract orb into cross.
Silence beast.
Empty tome into light tome.
Milking it. Smart. I say.
Is she mimicking the other characters when she synergizes with them? Huh.
Yes. Smart. I say. Silence beast.
Okay. Empty tome into a tract orb.
Fancy a drink? Smart. I say. Yes. I say. Silence beast. Take a beat. Yes. Smart. Yes. Silence beast. Take a beat. I say.
Okay, tract orb. Spellbinder. Golden armor.
Smart. Smart. Silence beast. Yes. Take a beat. Nothing yet. Smart. I say, smart. Fancy a drink? I say. Silence, beast. I say. Take a beat.
Yeah, Two of Swords is pretty good. Add a purple trigger to Spellbinder. Or add it to Cross. Let's do that.
Yes.
I would have actually preferred adding a yellow effect onto Cross, to be honest.
I say. Take a beat. Smart. Smart. Silence, beast. Stay. Yes. I say, smart. My part is done. Fancy a drink? I say. Yes. Looking it. I do my part. Take a beat.
Let's skip it.
Yes, I say. Silence, beast. Smart. I say. Take a beat. Silence, beast. Yes. Smart. Stay. I say. Take a beat.
Okay. Let's go Attract Orb. Empty Tome, Attract Orb, Cross.
Beast. I say.
Spellbinder, Golden Armor,
Smart.
Empty Tome, so we get less damage.
Looking it. Silence, beast.
Oh, the Rainbow Armor. That's cool and all, but we actually have enough armor, but I kind of want to grab the one more Spellbinder just to be safe.
Fancy a drink? I say.
Currently at 75%. Yeah, we're currently at 75% of a tiramisu, which is pretty nice.
Stay.
Spellbinder,
Smart. Yes.
Light Tome, double up the armors,
Take a beat.
Detome, and then Pentagram. Okay. Spellbinder, Attract Orb
Yes.
into Cross.
Take a beat. Yes.
We can then start off with a 1.
Smart. I say. Yes. I say. Milking it. Silence, beast. Yes. Take a beat. I say, smart.
There we go. Draw mana. 0, 1, 2. Empty Tome, so we could then go Attract Orb.
Take a beat.
Tome into Light Tome,
Milking
both
it.
Spellbinders, and then quit out.
I say. Yes. I say. Silence, beast. Take a beat. Smart. Silence, beast. Smart. Take a beat.
Yeah,
Yes. Smart. I say. Yes. Stay. Fancy a drink? Milking it. Stay.
yeah, that's probably our best starting hand. Is we end the previous turn with an empty tome, so we could then immediately go into Attract Orb Rainbow Armor.
Silence, beast. Take a beat. Smart.
It does take out 2 enemies, but neither of which are the one that's actually attacking us. But it should be fine. We have like a ton of armor.
I say.
Oh, it also, you know, disabled that guy.
Silence, beast. Take a beat.
Into the Rainbow Armor.
I say. Yes. Smart. Yes. Yes.
True, whoops.
Smart. Smart. Silence, beast, I say. Take a beat.
Cracked orb. Rainbow armor.
Smart. Silence, beast. Take a beat, yes, I say. Fancy a drink? Milking it. Smart. Yes. Silence, beast. I say. Take a beat. I say. Yes. Smart. I say. Take a beat. Stay. Fancy a drink? Yes. Silence, beast. Yes, I say. I say.
There we go. That took forever. Having one more now on this run will actually be worth it, I guess. Let's start with the clover just so we can have at least a combo going.
Yes. Take a beat. Smart. Silence, beast. Stay. Smart. I say. I say. Take a beat. Yes. Silence, beast. Smart. Milking it. Fancy a drink? I say. Yes. Smart. Smart. Yes. I say. Smart. Silence, beast. Yes. Stay. Fancy a drink? Take a beat. Silence, beast. Take a beat. Yes. I say. I say. Smart. Take a beat. Milking it. Yes. Milking it. Take a beat. Stay. Smart. I say. Yes, silence. Fancy a drink? Take a beat. Smart. I say. Yes. Silence, beast. Smart. Stay. I say. Milking it. Fancy a drink? Take a beat. Smart. Silence, beast. Yes. Smart. Yes. I say. Yes. Smart. Silence, beast. Yes. I say. Fancy a drink? Take a beat.
The only downside with this run is that it goes so slowly.
Yes. Smart. Smart. Silence, beast. Take a beat. Milking it. I say. Yes. Silence, beast. Smart. Fancy a drink? I say. Smart. Yes. Take a beat. Take a beat. Silence, beast. I say. Yes.
I'm now at 135, so I have one definite and then a 35% chance to activate it again.
Milking it. Smart. Take a beat. Smart. Milking it. Yes. Stay. I say. Yes. Silence, beast. Fancy a drink? Silence, beast. I say. Smart. Smart. I say. Take a beat. Stay. Yes. I say. Smart. Silence, beast. Take a beat. Milking it.
I thought that was Song of Mana for a second because I saw the 4.
Yes. I say. I say. Smart. Silence beast. Yes. I say. Smart. Silence beast. Yes. Take a beat. Milking it. Smart. I say. Take a beat. Silence beast. Stay. Smart. Yes. Smart. Smart. I said. Silence beast. Yes. Stay. Yes. Milking it. Fancy a drink? Take a beat. I say. Yes.
Okay.
Smart. Silence beast. Fancy a drink? Take a beat. Milking it. Yes. Smart. Silence beast.
There we go.
Take a beat. I say. Milking it. Yes. Smart.
What is happening?
Take a beat. Silence beast.
Huh. That's an interesting bug. I think this might have happened because I reached such a high number on the left side. I'm just going to guess. I like how both my runs have ended in abject failure. Okay. Let's do one other run because I wanted to showcase something else. So, these three characters have the exact same ability. Oh, hey! So these three characters have, doing okay. So these three characters have roughly the same ability, and it's mostly because these three characters were, what's a good way to phrase it? They're all three of them were secret characters in Vampire Survivors. So they all have roughly the same ability where they don't have a lot of damage potential. But what they do have is that they have a lot of ammo to throw around. So, one gains amount when purple cards are played, 1 gains amount when blue cards are played, and 1 gains amount when a yellow card is played. If I were to play as Bianca,
You're ghosting me.
and then equip Morticio and Yataka, Kaio into the party, okay? Then I have the tome that synergizes with her. I have the piece of armor that synergizes with him, and all I would have to do is, presumably the bracer, for Cavio. Okay, so the only downside is that we need something else than just this, because having a lot of combo is pretty cool. But we're kind of wanting to do something when it comes to having a massive deck. Keep mana, keep armor, and keep damage. Wow. I just realized that, not sure what that was, but, it's now gone. Okay, so we're gonna equip and another, which is the card that I was pointing out before, which are repeated cards this turn are free. Because we're gonna have a lot of cards that all have the same ability. Because we're gonna want to pick up multiple cherry bombs, we're gonna want to pick up multiple bones, and we're gonna want to pick up multiple, carts. I always forget what the carts are called. Let's double check with the blacksmith. The name of the carts are called, Carayos. Carts. Yeah, whatever. So this strategy right here has basically been what I've been farming, using to farm, coins. It's actually really useful. Okay, reroll. We're gonna want to keep going until we see... An attract orb is not bad. Armor, definitely. More cherry bombs. More cherry bombs. Spellcasters. Spellbinders, my bad. Yeah, we are going to want a few tomes. As you can see, this this strategy synergizes amazingly. What we're going to want to do... We might actually want to put Restore Health onto... No, because I want to load Bone up with specifically 2 things. What I might want to do is put Healing on the armors. Calcium. Yeah, as you can see, the carts are a very powerful card. More bones. There we go. Lightning Rune, I don't think I want to use that. I do want the Spellbinder, though, because that's going to synergize well. We're going to take 3 damage, but that's okay. See, look at that. Like, it is... This is an amazing way to defeat enemies. Sure.
Yes. I say.
Bone, track orb, heart. Probably should have done that the other way on that last one, but oh well. Not really too banged up about it. Again, our goal is to deplete everything in our hand until we get to the cherry bomb. Because well, to our weapons, so we can maximize the amount of projectiles that we currently have on screen. There we go. Growth. There we go. So we're going to put this onto the bone. That way, every single time we use it, we actually gain more and more experience. And it ramps. We're going to get damage, but that's okay. Spellbinder into Light Tome into Bone. And again, just like last time, even if we don't make a proper combo with what we're doing, as long as our order of operations is managed, it should still be able to work properly. Eight of the Sparrow. Do we really want to try to get that? No, I'm gonna go with Spinach. So that when we actually do pick it up, it will increase our damage somewhat. I want to focus on whips just because they cost 0. 2 red. I like how I just said that about the whips, and now I'm gonna get rid of both whips because we might as well. Yin and Yang, gain mana or draw a card depending on if the current level of mana is even or odd. Mana cost reduces when not used. I think Yin and Yang on the other bone is pretty good. That way both bones actually do something. Nice. That is exactly what I wanted. Okay, the boss is coming up, which is that sword back there. Even though there's combos, I kind of want to do the Spellbinders first. Okay, there we go. Now that we're at the boss, a very interesting thing is going to start happening with every boss that we encounter. The longer that we stay in a boss encounter, the more likely it is to basically use abilities that will continue to stack and do more things, and will also put cards into our deck to mess us up. But if we take the boss out fast enough, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Calcium. Yeah, we are dangerously bleeding health because we do not have too many armors to work with. If we were getting like 2 or 3 armors each time, that would be different. Okay, there we go. So every single time we activate a card, it is going to use that ability, which is going to really hurt us. There we go. We've also unlocked this overkill ability, which basically means that if we just start slamming damage into it, it will do a lot more damage. It maxes out at 500, but each one of those is more coins for us to get. There we go. That's what we kind of want our bones to be. Okay, now we've completed this stage on screen. We're going to keep the exact same format. And as you can see, this is it's a great way I've been farming coins so that I can get all of these. I want all of this to be filled out before I do anything with the blacksmith, because the more that I have done over here, the less I have to actually worry about it. Gotta make sure I have all the stone masks so I can actually get that doubled up on coins. Yeah, let's go back. So, double up on coins and XP, so we can get advantage of that. Having a multiple crawlers is pretty good at this point in the game. Gotta get more mana. And we gotta have HP recovery. So, the next thing we're gonna do is max out rerolls and skips so that we can take advantage of them to deal everything. Then we're going to get all the armor, because that's useful. And then we're going to get all of the amount, so that projectiles have more effectiveness. Now we're effectively left with a choice of what do we do next, and I think out of the rest of the 5, duration is probably what we're going to want to focus on. Okay. Now I have to reassign our crawlers. Again, this is the, since I don't need to defeat all of these with each character, like I had to do with the previous game, I can just do it this way and not really worry about it. So let's go... I want to go to the curd refinery, but I kind of want to stay on the lowest ranking one, just so I can kind of show off the level, at least. I'm definitely going to clear the dairy factory, but it's all about, like, what exactly we want to do. So, that button in the middle right there is a detonation button. It clears everything on the map all at once. And if we really want to... press X to open it and then B to close it. If we want, we could just clear the first floor of whichever one we have and just get, like, I think half XP worth? Okay. We're going to do our skips before our rerolls, because rerolls are more important than skips. Okay, there we go. Second bone. Increased might stat. We're going to put that onto one of the bones. Grab a third bone this early? I think not. Area? Sure. We could definitely do that one. Big coin bag. Doesn't really synergize with anything, but it's useful. There we go, hand size increased. I wonder why those, like, never show up on the bridge. Maybe that's a balancing thing. Okay, now our run starts. We're gonna go... Add 4 projectiles to this turn. Oh, right, we also draw a card. That would have actually been useful. Yeah, as you can see, this combo is incredibly powerful. Spellbinder. Okay. We're gonna go Bone into Vacuum to draw a card, into Rampa to get them onto the field, into Clover so that we can continue the combo, into Cherry Bomb. Okay, we're gonna take 1 damage, but oh well. We are actually gonna need to find some armor at some point, though. Luckily, I was able to get that without using the bag. Looks to be the last wild card I own as well. I probably should have fought the Milk Elementals a little bit later, but oh well. See all those junk cards? That's from the boss that's slowly approaching us. Skip. Unfortunately, black cards do not synergize well. Nothing on their card. Nothing on their card actually gives us anything, because their main ability is Destroy on use. It is not draw 1 card. So, because of that, we can't, you know, increase Destroy on use. So, because of a quirk of how the cards are written out, like, it doesn't give multiple chances to knock back if I were to do this on a combo. So, what effectively is happening is that it is just destroying on use, and then because we destroy it, it gives us a card. You know what? Knife. Okay, does 1 damage, but that's fine. Unfortunately, we've already depleted him of all the cards he can deploy, so all he's doing right now is just damage. Effectively, the boss is flailing, and it's very funny to watch. You know? For some reason, I thought that it would have added to that. I probably should have waited for the overkill to appear for me to have launched that card. Oh, thanks for destroying the thing behind it first, I guess. The thing that we're going to want to do on this deck is we're going to want to have a few wild cards, but as of right now, there isn't really anything to put the wild card onto, except for the armors. I do want to eventually get the heavy tome with the 2 slots, or the ancient tome that has 3 slots, and put wild onto them. Since the light tome is the only thing I have that is a 1 right now, I might need to pick up like a few other light tomes. I kind of want to put wild on armor, so it always synergizes. Sorry, so it always combos. Okay. Permanent upgrade to splash damage. That's pretty good. We're gonna go cart. If it would have actually like survived that, I would have then wildcard into the rest of the cards that were there. Like this. Okay, we're gonna go bone. Then we're gonna go clover. Then we're gonna go armor, so that we can maximize that. So if anything survives this, we will be cleared, but bone will take care of everything. Do we grab an additional cherry bomb? As I said, actually no, we do need more cherry bombs. We only have one. Oh, whoops. Orb. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need to give it something so that we can get more mana. But the thing is do we even need mana right now? Because again, we have the thing that basically says if we do multiple things in one turn, they're effectively free. So, but we are gonna probably want to get heavier cards. We're gonna give it the knife. We can always get the knife again later. Okay, attract orb into cart to cherry bomb. More hand size. That was just coins. By the way, I should have also mentioned this, but like, because all of the gems are additional text on top of the card, it will never actually like get any bonuses. So we might as well just go bone to get the increased damage. Into attract orb. Into cart. There we go. Into armor, into bone, into cherry bomb. There we go. Spellbinder, into attract orb, into cart, into wildcard, to bone, into tome, into cherry bomb. Uh-oh. In the tome, yeah. Cart and the cherry bomb. That's gonna do some damage, yep. Whoops. Weighty Tome, there we go.
Yes.
Free to play is okay, but like that's not what I need. And easy combo is terrible. Reroll. Nice. There we go. That's exactly what I needed. Let's take out this guy first since he's all off on his own. Okay, Weighty Tome. Into Bone. Into Armor. So we don't need that much. Into Cherry Bomb, into Heart. Not sure what I was defeating over there, but that was a lot of damage I just put onto him. Spellbinder first. Into Weighty Tome. Into Cart so I can synergize with it. Cart into Attract Orb. There we go. Increases armor. That might be useful. Gonna put that onto Weighty Tome. It's only gonna give us 2, and it's not gonna synergize, but it's better than nothing. Okay, Spellbinder into Attract Orb. Into mana to Clover, to Armor so we could get that full benefit, into Bone so we could get the Might first, into Cherry Bomb. Okay. I mean, anything we do is gonna take it out, so... we are gonna need more blue cards. We also need 1 extra Spellbinder. Because having just 1 is not enough to sustain Yata. Cart. Because even though Cart does a lot of damage and is the highest tiered thing that we have in the deck right now, I would rather use that to then combo into a wild card to use a Bone, just because it keeps the combo going. Okay, we're gonna increase damage first into Cherry Bomb, to Cart, into wild card, into Bone. Yeah, anything to keep the combo going is better. We're going to cash out instead of giving something to that. Into that. Into Tome. into other tome, into armor, so it's at the end of that combo, so we get a lot more, into cherry bomb as the last one. Ah, dang it. Yada is back into the deck. Oh well. Yeah, so what we want on our bones, I don't think I actually mentioned that, is that having damage and splash is pretty good, but we want a third bone, along with, you know, third cherry bomb and cart. But when we get a third bone, which we are probably going to put something like, maybe armor, maybe additional healing, probably armor. But what we actually want is we want to have on each one of them one of the permanent upgrades that's over here onto the side. So we need one that is growth, one that is coins, one that is luck. And that is basically our game plan for this deck whenever we play it. Yeah, this is the area that synergizes the best with the card that says that each of our wild cards have an upgrade to them. Dora, that, so we can continue the combo into Cherry Bomb. There you are. I was wondering where you were. There we go, luck. We're gonna put that onto the bone with damage. Oh, just permanent might increase. That's nice. Also, I think the Milk Factory has my favorite music in this game. You know, until the Castlevania DLC comes to this one as well. Okay, we're gonna go Pumadora. Then we're gonna go Weighty Tome. Then we're gonna do Spellbinder. Then we're gonna do Armor, so that we end with Cart. There we go. Okay, Spellbinder. Into Attract Orb. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we got the wild card, so we could then go back into Bone, so that we could do additional damage. Into, if we go Light Tome, it kills the combo. So we're gonna go Cherry Bomb to take advantage of that into Bone Light Tome. Cherry Bomb, Pumadora, into Armor, into one of our cards. And then the other one is just going to be free. Even if it doesn't take advantage of the combo. Okay, Confuse is the one that hurts us the most, but again, as long as we have the wild card onto our tome, it means that no matter what we do in what order, this is going to be useful. So, Cart, Cherry Bomb, Weighty Tome, Bone to seal it off. Light Tome, Pumadora, into Armor, so we can tank the damage that's about to come. Okay. Then we're going to go Attract Orb to take advantage of the combo. Triple sevens. It's also going to give us more Dang it. More projectiles. Which we are then going to use into the cart that we just drew. Nice. And it also did more damage than just doing that one. Yeah, putting Pumadora as a wild card is definitely worth it. We still need more, bones and other stuff like that. Because again, we still need a third bone. Along with all the other stuff that we need. Okay, now we've created a buffer window for all of our supports over there. Tract orb into farmer into light tome, so we could take advantage of that with weighty tome to increase our amount. And then no matter what we do, we're gonna take that guy out. Because all that damage is going to a single guy instead of distributed. As you can see, there's a reason why I like this build. This build is effectively the claw deck, or at least this game's version of a claw deck-like situation from Slay the Spire. It's not exactly the same, but it's relatively close from what I can surmise. Okay, we're gonna take some damage from this, but oh well. Okay. We're gonna go Light Tome. Then Clover. Attract Orb so we get multiple cards. We're gonna go extra healing. Extra mana. And then end off our wilds with going one card into armor into second card. Yeah, these guys. Okay, Spellbinder, Tract Orb, Cart, so we could continue the combo a little bit further. Oh, Mug, that was the other one. If we actually had our third bone right now, I would totally be using that one. Okay, Weighty Tome. We're then gonna go Cherry Bomb into a Cart. Which is sadly gonna end our combo, but it's at least gonna give us a second combo, a second mini combo with the other one. Okay. We're gonna do Might and Luck Bone first. We're then gonna go Healing into second Bone. Into our armor, so that we can survive the next attack. In the Cherry Bomb to maximize damage. We're gonna get confused. The armor is now -1, which gives us one, which we could then have a combo with the attract orb that is now a 3, and the cart that's now a 4. Oh, cool! We actually drew the Weighty Tome. Perfect. We had just enough armor to not take damage from that. Okay, Bone that increases might. Into Pumadora. Into our Spellbinder from the wild. Back into our wild armor, so we have enough armor to rebuff the attack. Into Cart. To maximize the combo. Crawler types are temporarily randomized. Oddly enough, they randomized Yatta into having red attack cards be the thing that increases projectiles, so not sure if that was the wisest choice, dude. Because now we could use everything in our hand to synergize more projectiles. Does that return or... Okay, no. Apparently we have to wait until next turn. Or at least the end of the battle to do that. Gonna take damage? Yeah. Okay, we have one more card coming after this. So we're gonna go Cart, Healing, into second card. Such a weird soundbite. That's just mean. Making a Light Tome now be 3 mana. Rude. we're gonna go Cherry Bomb into Attract Orb, which is gonna be a pretty hefty downside, but at least we drew a cart. It's gonna only do 1 damage. But we could at least synergize into cart. Oh, now put Orticio on that, so it gives Yada a bit of a buffer window. Okay. What we're going to do is we're gonna go Bone to maximize the stuff that we're about to do. Into Armor, so we can take the damage. It's about to come. Into Spellbinder, so we could then have a combo going into Cherry Bomb, which is now doing 1,000 damage. I mean, why not use the -1 Attract Orb? That just sounds good. Bone. Weighty Tome is going to give us some armor, but we're still going to take 1 damage from this. But we can now use the Weighty Tome on the cart. So we can continue the combo on that one. Oh, there we go. He's done. Draw a card. You know what? Let's put draw a card onto the Light Tome. There we go. New wild card, put that onto the armor, so we have yet another wild card to work with. And you see, this is the type of run I was trying to have with the combos keep going. Okay, Mighty Bone into Light Tome, so we could draw. We then go into Weighty Tome, so it's wild. Into Spellbinder, into both of our Cherry Bombs. We're still going to take 2 damage from that. Yeah. On the bright side, we built up enough stuff because of Pumadora that we just healed back up to full at the end of that battle, which was very funny. Might as well just go left to right on this one. And there we go. Job's done. We're on floor 4, and we've already, like, gained 3,000 coins from this run alone. Okay, we are gonna go Attract Orb into Cart, into Weighty Tome, so we could max out our mana that we need. Into Light Tome, so we could draw a card. Into Armor, so we could take advantage of that. Oh, it's actually perfect. We're gonna just perfectly avoid taking damage. Into Spellbinder, which now is part of the combo, so it's gonna give each crawler 12. Like, it was giving us so much stuff, they had to put the numbers that is being added vertically over onto the left. I'm not sure if you saw that. Into Cherry Bomb. Oh. They're all gone now. There we go, Bone. Bone, Cherry Bomb, Cart, which is just the normal combo. We then would have gone wild into second Cart. Damage increase. Okay. Mighty Bone. into Weighty Tome, into Cherry Bomb, into Pumadora, which is going to give us a total of 13 that we're going to heal back from, so we don't need to even worry about that. Into Cart, which will take out most of these guys. Oh, thanks for the follow. Let's see. Wide Bone into Light Tome to draw a card. And then we're going to just use Cart, which is going to end the battle. Okay. Interesting. We might as well just go Light Tome immediately. Okay, Cart. Weighty Tome, so we have enough mana to work with. We're then gonna go Area Bone into Pumadora, into... Oh, wait. Having a Bracer is not bad. We have a lot of mana to work with. It's our hand size that is the biggest problem to us right now. We might as well just grab one. Yeah, armor. So that our Bracer is now going to give us 7 more hands. 7 more cards at the, when we actually, like, take our next turn, but we've already, like, cleared it.
To your aid.
Oh, hey, Christine. Recruit the Crawler for 240 coins. Yeah. Okay, a few extra wild cards. And a full heal. Which we didn't need, but thanks. Okay. We have the empty bone, unfortunately. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go empty bone into all 3 of the wild cards that we just got. We're also gonna get some armor from that, but, you know, not really too important. Into the Cherry Bomb. Into the Cart, which takes out both of the things that are about to do damage to us, so we didn't need to worry about armor. There's the boss back over there. I can see you. Okay. Mighty Bone first. Into Attract Orb to get more... cards. Into Pumadora into Light Tome. Oh, hey, Christine. We're gonna go one of our wild armors into Christine, which is a 0.
I'll do my part.
We're then gonna, instead of using the cards, we are then gonna use the wild card so that it doesn't mess up the combo into Cherry Bomb, into Cart. And now we just got the boss to deal with. I forget, what does she do again? Oh, disarms one enemy. Okay. Wide Bone into Clover. Into 3 additional hand size? You know what? Yeah, I actually kind of want to do that instead. Then we're gonna go Spellbinder just so that we can, have more effects, and then just both of the cards just raw. Okay. Mighty Bone into Light Tome, so we don't need to worry about mana for right now. Got another Cherry Bomb. Into Pumadora. And then we're gonna go Empty Bone into Attract Orb, which pulls us 5 more cards. And then we're gonna use one of our cards, which we're then gonna use Weighty Tome to continue the combo. And we're gonna continue the combo with the Wide Bone into Cherry Bomb. We are then gonna use one of our 2 remaining armors that have so much armor that it's impossible for us to, for him to get through. We're then gonna use Spellbinder, because we're then gonna use Junk afterwards to draw 1 additional card. But it's just so funny because, like, 22? Dang. Yeah, into Junk. Perfect. We're gonna go Armor, so we continue the synergy. We're then gonna hit Bracer, Cherry Bomb, and then Cart for a grand total of a 16-card combo. And now I'm drawing my entire deck in a single hand. I'm so happy. Because I was trying to get that 15 combo for like an hour. Well, not an hour, because that would have been a single run. But like, for like all of yesterday. We're then gonna go Light Tome. And then we're gonna go into the Weighty Tome, so we don't need to worry too much about that. All he's gonna do is deploy a card, so what we're gonna do is we're going to go Bone into the Attract Orb, so it draws all of our cards back. And then we're gonna go one of our 3 cards. Do I want to grab Santa Water? I kinda don't. Not really. Because we only have 1 Attract Orb. Let's just skip it. Okay. We're then gonna go the Weighty Tome again. Into our Bone. Into our Light Tome again. Into our second cart. Into Pumadora. Into our Wide Bone. We're not gonna touch this Attract Orb again, because or this Junk, because that's gonna like mess up our entire like thing. So instead, we're gonna go. I actually kind of want to. Crack. We're then gonna go Spellbinder into Cherry Bomb. Okay, we now can't do any more damage, so we might as well just end the turn. And there you go. That is how my deck works. Thrice damage. That sounds really fun. I kind of want to put that onto one of the cards. Yeah, I'm now at 4,000 coins. And this is the easier one that isn't actually going to give us as much potential for stuff. Into Armor, into Bracer, into Attract Orb, so we draw more. Into wild. So we could then do the other bone. Into cherry bomb. Again, the important part about this whole setup, if you don't remember, is that we have this thing over here that says that that repeated cards are free, as long as we do it within the same turn. So every single time we use a card once, we're not actually losing any mana either. Like, that's the funniest thing about this whole thing, is that we're getting so much mana and that not using any of it. Oh man, a normal turn for once. We're gonna skip it. We are gonna go... both of these wilds, which don't do anything. Into Bracer, which will increase our hand size. Into Pumadora, so we could heal. Into our bone. I was building up to the ×3 cart. Okay. Okay, empty bone. We only have one wild card right now. We have to go attract orb. There we go. There's our other one. We're gonna go one of our empty cards into armor, into spellbinder, into Pumadora, into our ×3 cart to just decimate everything. Oh man, now I kind of wish I grabbed the other gun since we have these this other one right here. We could start getting level 3 cards. Actually, since... Oh hey, chicken stand. Not sure what we would give it to. Our deck is pretty stacked as it is, and we don't want to actually get rid of anything. Spellbinder to start. Into Attract Orb. Into Weighty Tome. So we could then go Bone, Light Tome. Ooh, there we go. We got the ×3 cart as well. Just gonna end this, so might as well not. Oh cool, we just got like a hard upgrade to that. Bone into Light Tome, so we don't have to worry about mana for a bit. Into Empty Cart. And it's gonna destroy the combo, but we already have another one right here of Bracer, Attract Orb. Second Empty Cart. We're then gonna go Cherry Bomb, ×3 cart, gun. Gonna skip it once again. Sure. Glad to have you all on board. We now have 5 adventurers in our party. Well, crawlers, but whatever. Spellbinder into Light Tome. Into Weighty Tome. Into Attract Orb so we could get a bunch of cards. We're then gonna go Empty Cart. into one of our, into this wild clover. So we could then go bone, cherry bomb, armor, ×3 cart gun. It always feels like that there's an invisible enemy right there for all of that damage to just go onto. There we go.
Our power grows.
Okay, what was her thing again? Oh, XP for every gold card. Yeah. Welcome to the club. You will be very useful. This is, like, I think the last floor, but oh well. We're gonna go empty bone. So we could then go Pumadora, Spellbinder, armor, into empty cart. We're gonna start off with the Mighty Bone. Into our Light Tome to draw a card. Into our empty cart. Into our Wild Armor. Into Bracer, which will then increase our hand size by 5. Into our Tracked Orb, which will now draw us 6 cards. Which we will then use our empty cart that we just got and then clear it. But we had like all of those cards that we could have continued with an entire new combo. Yeah, I was meddling on this a while, whether or not we wanted the draw or garlic. But I think actually us getting an additional wild card would be super funny. So we're going to go with that. Cool. Spellbinder. Into our amulet, which will increase our because every single time we use that friendship amulet, it's also going to increase our XP gain. Okay, into cherry bomb, into armor, into cart, which will just defeat this. and then gun to clear off anyone else. Okay, we're gonna go Pumadora first, so we could then go Spellbinder, so that it will add 4 to them instead of just 2. And then we're gonna go one of our armors into the empty cart, into our other armor, into our ×3 cart. Reroll. A second Spellbinder is useful. Again, it's the final floor, so it's like, it's not like we're at loss of anything. Okay, Wide Bone into Attract Orb to draw extra cards. Into Pumadora. Empty Bone Cherry Bomb. Weighty Tome, so we don't have to worry about mana. And then we don't have to worry about armor. And now with a ×7 combo, we do gun. Not as effective as if it was cart, but you know. Bone and the Cherry Bomb into cart. Bracer and Spellbinder, and then free card. Mighty Bone into Light Tome to draw a card. We're then gonna go with Empty Cart. Into Friendship Amulet. Because it doesn't really give us anything other than it being a yellow card. But we're then going to use that to go into Weighty Tome. Spellbinder Armor. So we now have 19 armor. And then with a ×7 combo, we're going to use our ×3 card. Let's see what we have here. Bracer. Pumadora. Spellbinder, Cherry Bomb, Empty Cart, Armor to rebuff the attack, ending off with Red Guns. Let's start with Mighty Bone. Either way, we're going to be taking damage. So we're going to go Armor to mitigate some of it. We're then going to go into Wide Bone Attract Orb. So we draw 4 cards. We're then going to go Empty Cart into Weighty Tome to Bone into Cherry Bomb, into Pumadora, into other Cherry Bomb, into Armor, into Gun to maximize the overkill. 5,000 coins. And then even though if we don't need it, I'll put the ×2 onto the gun. Bracelet. Reach a very, very high combo. Nice. Okay. Bracelet combines with Clock, if I remember correctly. I mean, I could technically do something really quickly. Let me go to the Mad Forest. This is just to double check our Grimoire, which is something that we picked up, so we can look at all the combos. Okay, so It also shows the different variants as well that we've also found, so that's useful to show that, yes, every version of that can combine. Yeah, so we need Pentagram and Crown to be able to go ahead. It's why I wanted to do that one run on the bridge, is because there's a guaranteed red orb right there. I might try to do that in my own spare time. I don't know what currently combines with the wing. Like, that's the weird thing. This game is so recent that there isn't really too much on... Yeah, there isn't really too much on what has been found so far. Oh, there we go. The wiki updated at some point. The wings go with the shadow pinion. So, yeah, that is the thing that we need to use. Yeah, Song of Mana still goes with Skull, which we need to figure out how to unlock, because... So, the way it works is that... Ooh! Maybe... the way it works is that we need to break cards to increase our curse. Maybe that's how that works. Okay. And then we have the other two. So, as of right now, we've basically locked in what all of the stuff combos. And I would continue, but we're currently at 3 hours when it comes to this, and I want to actually play something else tonight as well. So I'm going to max that one out. What else is next? So we have Might, Maximum Health, Luck, and Area. I think what we should build up next is just raw damage. Oh, wait. Might as well go Luck then. Just, like, level both of these up as well. Actually, no. Let's just put in what we can and just, like, not worry about it. Do any of these characters have, curse? I didn't think so.
The only thing I can do these days is a grudge.
Okay. Okay. Exit the menu. Next. I'm gonna quit out of that. Okay. So I need to switch over to the Switch 2, but I also need to take a short break because I've been sitting down for 2 hours. And I completely forgot about something that is going to probably bite me back. Okay, so I will be back in a bit, probably like 20 minutes or so, but I will be back.